We go down in the south because most of the fishermen just go in the south and fish. Down in the south, much buy down there. So sometimes one of them boat drift and them same men who they penalize it. You just manly them like when they let it go. And they will just come back up and just back at us. We gone. We dead. So see, one can clap.
The intended fisherman's birthday celebration, which included a small procession from the cathedral to the Melville Street Fish Market for a short ceremony, blessing of the boats and small feast, was called off. Christelina John, GBN News.
The story to report, Grenadian soca star Javon John Vaughan has been appointed the first ever intellectual property IP youth ambassador by World Intellectual Property Organization WIPO in Geneva, Switzerland. More in this report.
In a historic moment for Grenada and the wider Caribbean, Grenadian soca artist Javon Vaughan John has been appointed the first intellectual property or IP youth ambassador by the World Intellectual Property Organization, WIPO. This groundbreaking announcement was made during the WIPO assemblies held at its Geneva headquarters on Monday. This appointment makes Vaughan not only a cultural trailblazer, but also the first Caribbean national to hold this global honor. His new role underscores the importance of youth engagement in the protection and promotion of creative work, particularly in the global music industry. To mark the momentous occasion, Vaughan delivered an electrifying performance at the WIPO Assembly's Spotlight Showcase and cocktail event, the first time soca music was ever featured at this high-level international gathering. The performance was hailed as deeply symbolic, capturing the energy and creativity of Grenadian culture. The event also highlighted Grenada's commitment to leveraging geographical indications or GIs and intellectual property rights to protect and promote its unique products and culture. In collaboration with WIPO and the CARIFORUM Intellectual Property Rights and Innovation Project, Grenada is actively pursuing GI status for its world-renowned nutmeg and cocoa, which will enhance market value and support local farmers. A number of Grenadian IP products were featured at WIPO, including Grenada Nutmeg, Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association, Grenada Cocoa Association, Grenada Rum from Grenada Rum Producers, and Pure Grenada by the Grenada Tourism Authority. These efforts are part of a broader strategy to elevate Grenada's national brand, support over 4,000 local farmers, and foster a thriving creative economy. Vaughan, who has long been a vocal advocate for IP rights in music, said his appointment reflects the growing awareness of the need to protect creative works in a globalized industry. His journey from the local stage in Grenada to WIPO's global platform reflects a powerful narrative of cultural pride, artistic excellence, and youth empowerment.
Beverly, tell us about reporting there. Kenroy Ogis Blackadan has shifted his focus to youth empowerment in groovy soca. The rest of the details in this report.
Grenadian soca star Kenroy Blackadan Ogis, who rose to international stardom earlier this year after winning the Ultimate Soca Championship in Trinidad and Tobago, is now turning his attention to nurturing the next generation of groovy soca talent in Grenada. In an exclusive interview with GBN on Tuesday, Ultimate Soca Champion revealed that he will not be competing in any local competition this carnival season. Instead, his focus is on two major projects, the most prominent being the Youth in Groovy competition, which he launched in 2024.
Well, so much. Well, you know, I do a youth program called Youth in Groovy. This is where I go to the root, you know, the kids, involve them in the groovy aspect of our culture. And other than that, I've put on my first show in Grenada. It's the first of its kind. It's an entire groovy event. It happens this Saturday at Radisson. It starts at 8, finishes at 2. It's an early event. It's fully groovy. No power soca is to be played that night. All the artists on cast will be only singing their.
Now in its second year, the Youth in Groovy initiative is quickly becoming a platform for emerging artists. August confirmed that 15 finalists have already been selected and are currently in training for this year's competition.
I decided that, I think that Grenada has a lot of talent with regards to the, we're known for the power side, we're known for the jab, but I think we have a great amount of talented singers as well, people that understand melodies and whatnot and thing, and even in the schools, even at a young age. And I decided to embark on that side of it because I don't think that it gets enough attention. Especially when Carnival comes, you more hear the power selections and so on, and only one or two groovy slips through. So I just decided to just teach the love of groovy music from a young age to come up. We have like 15 finalists this year. We yet to choose a date. We're trying to do it the finals after the Carnival season because it's a bit hectic, and we got to getting the kids prepared. We have to make sure and do a diligent job in that regard.
Here's what Grenadians can look forward to this weekend.
Yeah, so this weekend I'm very, very excited. It's, as I've been told, it's an event that a lot of people have waited for a lot of years. An event of inclusion of all generations. It's one of the events that I think that daughter could bring mommy and mommy could bring she mommy, and everybody could come and have a good time. It's groovy music. We're playing it starts at 8, so we want to start off with the more old school groovy music and so on, the tiny whiny, the militant, I love to feel. Start off with some nice music, make people come and enjoy themselves. Young and old could come and have a good time, and I think that this would be the event every year going forward that would have an inclusion of every person. You're dressed in your white and you come, we're going to have different teams every year.
Blackadan's decision to step away from competition this year, he explained, is a deliberate move to give other local artists the space to shine. He also extended a heartfelt message to the public ahead of the Carnival season.
So this year, I definitely put all my emphasis into the kids and to the event I have going on. I also will be cheering on, whoever inside the competition. And I just say that, I'm at a point where I think I could give an opportunity to somebody else that, whereas I would have blocked, I know I have a lot of fans that would have expect certain things, but, sometimes you have to move on to different ideas. They're saying that it's a done deal for me in regards to competition in Grenada, but where I'm at right now, I'm just trying to, work with the children. So we had an unfortunate incident with one of the participants of our Youth in Groovy program. He goes by the name Christopher Penny, where he was brutally attacked by men twice his age. He's a little boy, he went to perform in Marian, and when coming off the stage and one other thing, I don't know what transpired, but they attacked him and he was maimed and he was chopped and whatnot and thing. And it's just a sad situation that this sweet island, this sweet rock that we live on, could have people that could bring a stain to it. So I definitely wouldn't encourage anything in that regard. I think that everything could be resolved peacefully, with speaking, and respectfully and having respect across the board. So I wish everybody a safe 2025 Carnival season. I hope that everybody come out and enjoy,
With his international success and continued investment in local youth, Blackadan is proving that true champions don't just win titles, they build legacies. Christina John, GBN News.
Still to come in Network News, MWAG President addresses division within local media.
Do you have multiple loan payments? Is your debt weighing you down? Ariza has the solution. Simplify your loan with Ariza's Simplify Loan promotion. Now you can combine all your payments into one easy, manageable loan. Enjoy lower interest rates, flexible repayment terms, and more cash in hand for what truly matters. Less stress, more freedom. Live comfortably while reaching your financial goals. Ariza helps you simplify your life because you deserve financial freedom. Apply now. visit any Ariza branch or WhatsApp us at 423-4987.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. First, make a family disaster plan and ensure that everyone in your household is familiar and comfortable with it. Remember to add batteries and flashlights to your emergency kit. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
Calling the CARICOM community, assembling Global Africa, the 4th edition of the Afri-Caribbean Trade Investment Forum. Active 2025 is coming to St. George, Grenada, this 28th to 29th July. Join government and business leaders, investors, and trade and finance institutions to explore the theme, resilience and transformation, enhancing Africa-Caribbean economic cooperation in an era of global uncertainty. Be there as we stand together to strengthen our commercial ties, to promote shared trade and investment opportunities, and unlock prosperity for Africa, the Caribbean, and the wider diaspora. The 4th Afri-Caribbean Trade and Investment Forum. Reserve your place now at active2025.com.
JKT Entertainment is bringing the heat. It's time to feel the sound and smell the burn. Bass and burn, cars and noise. The automotive experience of the year. July 26th and 27th at the National Stadium Car Park. It's 2 days of adrenaline-fueled madness with over 30 show cars from Trinidad, including Lethal Auto, MacGyver Sounds, and Simplicity Creations, plus Grenada's own beasts, bringing the noise.
He'll say you got come touch me then.
Early bird tickets are just $50. After that, it's $60. Get yours now at gotofed.com and all authorized ticket outlets. Gates open at 11 a.m. on both days. Sponsored by Country Cold Store, SP's International, Campari, Stag, Rubis, Fast Print, Waggy Tea, GMC, Rainbow Janitorial, Eco Blue, Spice Style Automotive, and McIntyre Brothers.
Freedom is driven to pursue that passion that keeps you up at night and makes you smile in your sleep. Freedom is bold to embrace the possibilities that can open up your world and conquer new heights. Freedom is fabulous, with bits and pieces that enhance the quality of your life. Freedom is what you do with the flexibility to change path or direction when you need to. Freedom breeds ambition and purpose while having loads of fun along the way. But most of all, freedom is well-deserved for the road traveled and the journey still to come. Unleash your freedom with Nexa Credit Union. Call us on 440-1354 or visit our website to pre-apply. Apply now. Freedom awaits. Terms and conditions apply. Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
It's all about Kesley Band for the ultimate cool down party. It's all about Carnival Encore. You thought we missed it, and now we can't miss it.
Miss Oceanette, girl, I'm coming home, I will see you again. All day through the night, I'm dreaming. Yeah, Miss Oceanette, way you turn it up, make it smooth, my darling. When outside is pouring rain.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
Dreaming of a summer vacation? We can make it happen. Need a credit card for summer spending? We can make that happen too. Need a loan for carnival, debt consolidation, education expenses, and more? We've got you covered with a Republic Bank Make It Happen loan. Up to 100% financing, competitive rates, and a chance to win great prizes. Live your best life this summer with financing from Republic Bank. Check out republicgrenada.com or visit us today to get your summer started right with a Make It Happen loan.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Grenada, get ready for an event like no other as One Don Promotions presents Groovy White, a night where we celebrate groovy music on Saturday, July 19th at Radisson Hotel Car Park, featuring live from Trinidad, Mikel Teja, Ding Dong, also featuring College Boy Jesse and Kote. And from Grenada, the ultimate soca champion, Blacker Dan. See my exit a new man. Two Blacks, Valine, Mr. Golden, Vaughn, and much more. Hosted by Shortleg and Rachel Price. Early bird tickets are $75. General admission $100. VIP $400. Available at all authorized ticket outlets and gotofed.com. Saturday, July 19th. Don't miss Groovy White as we celebrate groovy music at the Radisson Hotel Car Park.
It's back, Grenada! The NLA gives you chances for free access to SMC shows and other major shows from July 14th to August 9th. Every time you spend $15 in Daily Cash 4, Daily Pick 3, or Playway in a single purchase, check your ticket to see if the words "You are a winner" is written on it. And just like that, your access is granted. Present your winning ticket at the gate of your preferred carnival show for free entry. Over 450 gate passes are up for winnings instantly. Monday to Saturday. Secure yours early. The more $15 you spend in daily games, the more chances you have to win free gate passes. Spice Mass is on, and the NLA is making your carnival dreams affordable. See stores for show options. Must be 18 or older to participate. Terms and conditions apply. NLA, proud main sponsor of Spice Mass 2025.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Rebecca Television Center, the transformation of Grenada's health sector is moving closer to reality as talks intensify around the statutorization of the General Hospital and securing job stability for healthcare workers. More in this Rena Pitt Thomas report.
Negotiations are ongoing regarding the statutorization of the General Hospital and the regularization of workers within Grenada's health sector. Health Minister Philip Tellisford says the process is expected to be completed in the next 18 to 24 months, paving the way for a more reliable and efficient healthcare system.
The onboarding of the statutorization committee, as you are aware, we continue to work with statutorizing the hospital to make it a little more organize and be able to be much more responsive. So we're trying to statutorize the hospital. We've onboarded the team, and a lot of work is being put into that as we speak. Additionally, we are looking at national health insurance, and so both of these will go hand in hand, and hopefully within the next 18 to 24 months, we should be able to be in a position to enjoy the benefits of statutorization, and also, if not ready for NHI, be close enough to be able to report on that. Employees. That is one, as we spoke earlier, it is essential that we consider the human element of healthcare. As a matter of fact, healthcare professionals are the single most important ingredient in providing healthcare, and that is why we continue to work to ensure that all of our people are regularized in one form or the other.
The minister confirmed continuous dialogue with trade unions to address the long-standing issue of workers' regularization, acknowledging that the lack of regularized staff have contributed to a significant strain on the human resource department, resulting in staffing instability.
The process is ongoing. On the 23rd, which is about 9 or so days from now, there is going to be a retreat to look at the whole body of work that is going to be undertaken. So it's an ongoing process, but I can see the regularization is happening. It's happening. The Department of Public Administration, alongside the senior administrative officer within the Ministry of Health with responsibility for human resource in health, they are working together alongside other senior management to make this happen. So the regularization part is happening, the statutorization is also happening. There are a lot of other things that embodies statutorization that is being considered, and we'll have a number of presentations from within the structure of the hospital and health that will be considered during the retreat as they continue to plan and execute their work. So it will take some time, as I said earlier, but it's a process. Thank you.
As discussions continue, the Ministry of Health remains committed to transforming the sector into one that is more structured, supportive, and responsive to the needs of both workers and the public. Rena Thomas, GBN News.
1 year after the passage of Hurricane Beryl and its significant impact on the Sister Isles, Health Minister Philip Telesford said efforts remain steadfast to provide improved health services for the people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique. Speaking to the media on Tuesday, Minister Telesford revealed that new medical equipment, including a new X-ray machine, will soon be installed at the Princess Royal Hospital.
Additionally, 2 containers of medical equipment and furniture procured for improving service delivery. X-ray machine has been received and will be commissioned in Carriacou. That's at the Princess Royal Hospital at Carriacou. Renovated 2 additional medical stations in Carriacou, and of course we restore services at the hospital. We have at those units, we have backup power and backup water supply. And those units are all air conditioned, so it's in a much better working condition. All of those units are climate smart and hurricane resistant units.
Minister Telesford highlighted several achievements in government's thrust to enhance healthcare services.
Ongoing as we speak, we have, so apart from those facilities that has it, all of those that we upgrading will also have the water storage facility as part of our resilience and emergency response system that we're building to ensure that in the event of any natural disaster, we still will be able to have water to service the various medical stations and health centers. So what you'd notice that we're building those tanks stand, and we are housing it. Those tanks are going to be enclosed in a concrete structure, so that in the event of high winds and so, the tanks are not going to be blown away. So we increase.
Other news, media in the age of artificial intelligence, AI, political influence and other challenges now facing an uncertain future, especially in Grenada. Though media practitioners in the wider region and around the world face similar issues, here at home, some are asking, how is the media fraternity handling these issues? We get more in this report.
Grit, resilience, mental fortitude, all-encompassing knowledge and integrity are some of the traits which make up the mettle of media personnel. MWAG President Calista Faria says the future she sees for media in Grenada is one where our practitioners are well trained and are able to inform and educate, fulfilling the public's right to know.
Media where people are not forced to self-censor, a media where press freedom is respected both by the media workers themselves and the powers that be.
Faria adds that in the changing landscape of communication technology, with tools such as artificial intelligence, AI, media practitioners need to be able to transition from traditional spaces.
I think we have to continue to prove that we're an organization that can be trusted by its members, that we are willing to stand on the front line to advocate and to defend press freedom, which is primarily what our role is.
MWAG, under its new executive, recently hosted training sessions in AI and personal financial management. The MWAG president says inclusion is the theme for the next 2 years as the association seeks to deepen the understanding of what it means to be in the media.
So that everyone can know that they are included, that they are welcome, but not just welcome, but this is where they belong in the Media Workers Association, because we are the organization that will stand with you when doing your job becomes difficult because of outside interference, outside influence of people who are seeking to intimidate.
She disclosed that part of MWAG's plan of engagement is to launch a 5-day beginner's course in journalism.
And we're going to do that by having sessions, by having the conversation about what it means to be a journalist, what it means to be an announcer, what it means to be a broadcaster, the responsibility that we hold and how we must carry it out. And we can only achieve that by speaking directly to our members, getting people in one space and talking about these things and providing the information, providing direction where online you can go and read the things that you need to know.
The MWAG president says our executive's goal is to ensure that our media practitioners are aware of and guided by the rules and ethics of the profession, which are sacred and non-negotiable.
Jared Joseph with that report. Meanwhile, MWAG President Calista Faria said the apparent division within Grenadian media is, in her opinion, created by political influence.
Political influence that strongly distorted the leadership of MWAG for at least 2 terms of the association, maybe more, where people could not stand on the side of MWAG. They could not stand for the principles that for which MWAG was created, simply because they had personal concerns and personal interests that they had to protect. And so politicians were able to have their way to threaten, to intimidate, to force self-censorship on media workers. And because MWAG was seen not to be acting when it needed to act, I believe people felt like, well, this is not an organization that I can depend on. It's not happening to me, but it's happening to other people. What if it happens to
Faria said she will be seeking to address this issue while guiding members of the media on the correct path.
And there's also the situation where some of our members are actually divided along political lines, where people are seeking political interests as journalists and broadcasters and announcers, and that is unprecedented. That is a new thing that is, and when I say new over the last maybe 10 to 15 years. It was not like that before. Media stood on the side of freedom of speech, press freedom.
She said maintaining journalistic principles to serve the interests of the public should be the mantra of the media.
And this is our first obligation, to serve the interests of the public in providing them with the information that they need to know, no matter what the information is, because that's what we do. We provide all of the information, all sides, in as balanced a way as possible, so that the public can then do their job as citizens and make their own judgments and make their own calls. We don't make the call for the public. They have to do that themselves. All we do is provide the information. And when we provide information in a skewed or imbalanced way, we become part of the problem.
We're reporting the day's news from the Grenadian capital, still to come from us. Grenada is building its first ever national hatchery. We'll talk about that. We'll be back.
Quartz presents their 2025 appliance event, Be Inspired, at all Quartz stores nationwide. Save big on select appliances, plus free gifts with purchase. Buy a washer and get 20% off any dryer. Plus, get more when you shop on credit with 10% cash back and free delivery on purchases of $5,000 and over. So don't miss your chance to be inspired at the Quartz 2025 appliance event, only at Quartz, bringing value home. Offer ends July 24. Conditions apply.
It's a busy world, and we all know the saying, time is money. Meet Candice and Oliver. They both have busy days ahead. Let's see how that goes. Candice is in a rush, off to the bank, again. Oh, looks like she didn't plan for traffic, or this long line either. Now let's check in on Oliver. His morning starts a little differently. Using his phone, Oliver makes a peer-to-peer transfer and pays his bills, all while having his morning coffee. At the store, Oliver checks his finances with online banking. Candice? Still waiting. Back to Oliver. He stops at the bank to meet his loan officer. While waiting, he schedules a payment and makes a wire transfer. Wondering about Candice? Yup, still waiting. Candice could be like Oliver if she uses Co-op Bank's e-solutions. Make your day easier with Co-op Bank's swift, simple, and secure e-banking platform. Bank on your terms, from anywhere, at any time. Click, tap, done. Banking just got easier.
Welcome home.
It's back! Grenada! The NLA gives you chances for free access to SMC shows and other major shows. From July 14th to August 9th, every time you spend $15 in Daily Cash 4, Daily Pick 3, or Playway in a single purchase, check your ticket to see if the words, "You are a winner," is written on it. And just like that, your access is granted. Present your winning ticket at the gate of your preferred carnival show for free entry. Over 450 gate passes are up for winnings instantly. Monday to Saturday. Secure yours early. The more $15 you spend in daily games, the more chances you have to win free gate passes. Spice Mass is on, and the NLA is making your carnival dreams affordable. See stores for show options. Must be 18 or older to participate. Terms and conditions apply. NLA, proud main sponsor of Spice Mass 2025.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
Everyone, may I have your attention, please?
Ladies and gentlemen, you've seen them on the waters in Dubai. We've seen them on the water in Miami. Now, they're here in Grenada. The most exciting, electrifying, and unique water sport experience to hit Grenada. Grenada Jet Cars. Book a car today. Call 473-406-JCAR or 5227. Visit our website at grenadajetcar.com or follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Grenada Jet Cars. Enjoy a fun-filled ride across the waters of Grenada.
Ah, this is going to be fun. This is fun. This is fun. This is fun. This is fun.
Served Grenada for decades, we are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wiring accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grand Anse, St. George. Southern Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
Cracking open a new era in agriculture, Grenada is building its first ever national hatchery for the poultry industry. My colleague Rina Thomas has more.
The government of Grenada, through the Ministry of Agriculture, is making a historic move to boost the island's poultry industry with the construction of the country's first ever hatchery. The facility is being established at the former Marable Boxing Plant in St. Andrew and is intended to reduce the country's dependency on imported chicks. It forms part of the government's ongoing efforts to strengthen poultry production through increased local capacity.
Now, day-old chicks are imported.
When this project is completed, there will be more reliability. We can have confidence in the quality of the chicks that we produce, and the cost will certainly be something that we can be comfortable with, because transport costs and so on from outside will come into play. There is also the issue of sometimes supply chain issues. You have to rely on an airline. A canceled flight may jeopardize the arrival of your chicks. So this is a worthwhile investment from the partners, the government of Grenada, the ADM company, and definitely a boost for poultry production in Grenada.
Dr. Kimon Cummins, Chief Veterinary Officer in the Ministry of Agriculture, says the facility will have a major positive impact on the sector. Once operational, it is expected to improve the availability of quality chicks, lower production costs for farmers, and enhance biosecurity standards within the industry.
This project is quite timely. I believe it's one of these projects that really address one of the major concerns that I had over the years, and that included transportation and welfare and well-being of the birds. As we note, most of our imports of the old chicks come from the US and Barbados. Seemingly though, the transportation, the traveling is quite a bit excessive for these animals. So the animals move from the farm, it goes to the airport, it moves from the airport, take a flight here to Grenada, then the farmers, whosoever is responsible for moving it, now move it from the airport, put it to a central point, then it moves from the central point onto the farmers. And over the years, we've had a lot of complaints with farmers that has lost a lot of birds through the excess traveling and the extra stress. Some of these birds, quite honestly, they take quite a while to settle down and get themselves back together again. So the truth is, it takes some time, and if you really miss that brooding period, which is the most critical period, what you would notice that you really don't have a good growth. So I think this hatchery is definitely going to address the excessive transportation issue, and now our farmers can be happy to collect birds that are grown, hatched right here in Grenada, short travels, and they can get healthy chicks at their farms. Another concern is also, well, obvious, the movement of the old chicks. As we know, any movement of any products from one place to another, the risk is, there might be minimal risk, but the risk still exists. And I believe moving chicks from one country to another also poses a risk. Again, as I said, although the risk is quite negligible, but the risks still do exist. So having a hatchery here, I believe quite firmly that it's going to definitely reduce the risk of importation of exotic diseases into the country. So again, as I said, it's a timely venture.
The project, valued at over 1.5 million EC dollars, is a joint investment between the government of Grenada and ADM Caribbean Agro. Company representative Marva Callis says their role involves technical support, provision for equipment, and capacity building to ensure the hatchery operates at optimal standards.
We at ADM, we are very happy. ADM Caribbean Agro, we are very happy to be a part of this initiative and involved in this project. We think it's a great step forward, and we are hopeful that it will help to grow the poultry sector and support farmers in Grenada. It can make a real difference for our agriculture and food security on the island and regionally as a whole. And basically, we are very happy to be involved and help grow the sector as much as we can. Our contribution is pretty much to provide the machinery for the hatchery, and we would be involved at every stage of the project as much as possible, and we can't wait to see it take off.
Grenada has traditionally relied on importing day-old chicks from Barbados and the United States to meet local demands. However, when the hatchery is completed, officials believe the island will be better positioned to produce its own supply and support the growth of the poultry industry in a more sustainable way, while also helping to reduce Grenada's import bill. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
Sports news after the break.
Good morning and welcome to Grenada Distillers. Just reminding you that we offer consignment and credit arrangements. The procedures are very easy, so come on down.
Our procedure is quite simple. Go up the stairs on the right-hand side of Nick Barrow House. Go upstairs where an attendant will hand you out some forms to fill out. Once filled out, they'll be handed back to the attendant and will be reviewed.
Attention all divers, snorkelers and underwater enthusiasts. Effective May 15th, 2025, all visitors to the renowned Mullinair Underwater Sculpture Park will be required to pay a small fee of US $3.50 or EC $10 per person. These fees are essential to support the ongoing maintenance and repairs of the sculptures, as well as the development of new features to ensure the park remains a world-class attraction. Payment can be made through the Grenada Tourism Authority's online payment portal, available on the Pure Grenada website, www.puregrenada.com. We thank you for your support in enhancing this extraordinary underwater product. This announcement is brought to you by the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, dedicated to protecting and conserving Grenada's resources for the enjoyment of all.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians! From wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot-type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up, up, up several notches. But the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grandans, Victoria Street, Granville, and Central Deputy Street, Wall. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Good evening, sporting fans. The journey to Japan is intensifying for athletes around the world, with just 2 months to go to the World Athletics Championships. While many of the sports stars will be looking to secure their spots for the global showpiece when they compete at their national championships, Grenada's Karani James, Anderson Peters and Lyndon Victor have already started gearing up for podium finishes. At the 2011 World Championships in in Daegu, South Korea, James won the event in a personal best of 44.60 seconds, becoming the youngest 400-meter world champion at the age of 18. The medal was the first for Grenada in any event at the World Championships in athletics. It was the first of 3 championship medals he captured over the years. For Anderson Peters, Tokyo is another opportunity to add to his 2 gold medals he secured at this level: Doha 2019 and Eugene 2022. Also in the hunt for more hardware is Lyndon Victor. Japan won't just be another competition. It will be an opportunity to better the bronze from Hungary in 2023. The World Athletics Championships will be held in Tokyo from September 13 to 21, 2025. More than 2,000 athletes from some 200 countries will converge in Tokyo to take part in one of the world's biggest sporting events. The meet was first held in Helsinki, Finland. Tokyo will host the event for the second time and for the first time since 1991. We wish them the best. All right. Guyanese pacer Shamar Joseph continued his dream start to Test cricket during the third day of the third Test against Australia at Sabina Park on Monday. Joseph dismissed Australia's Cameron Green with the very first ball of the day to reach 50 Test wickets in his 11th match, becoming the joint 6th fastest West Indian to reach the landmark. The 25-year-old made his Test debut against the same opposition in Australia last January and has gone from strength to strength ever since, cementing himself as part of the present and future of the West Indian pace attack. Alfred Valentine is the fastest West Indian to 50 Test wickets as he brought up the milestone in his 8th match against Australia in 1951. So Andy Roberts and Colin Croft were next fastest, each reaching 50 wickets in their 9th match, while Wes Hall and Joel Garner both took 10. Joseph now finds himself 6th on that list alongside Sony Ramadin, Ian Bishop and Shane Schillenfurt. After a successful player draft, the Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League, CPL, announced team squads for the 2025 season. Here's what we can tell you. The upcoming CPL season will feature major international players along with skilled regional talents, promising an exciting tournament. The St. Lucia Kings, the current champions, are prepared for the 2025 season with a mix of experienced players and new exciting additions. Key overseas players Tim David and Tabriz Shamsi are returning to bolster the St. Lucia Kings with exceptional T20 skills. The St. Lucia Kings have maintained their championship winning squad from 2024 and made strategic additions, including promising leg spinner Micah McKenzie and the return of Javel Glenn from the 2020 campaign. Former champions Guyana Amazon Warriors returned with a strong and familiar squad. Leading the team once again is the experienced Imran Tahir, who will be joined by World Cup winning all-rounder Moeen Ali. The squad welcomes explosive New Zealand batsman Glenn Phillips, Guyana Happy Eagles vice-captain Kamal Savri, and the hard-hitting all-rounder Quinton Sampson, not forgetting spinning all-rounder Riyad Latif. The return of local stars Shimron Hetmyer, Romario Shepherd and Gudakesh Moti further bolsters the Warriors' campaign. That's the sports news for the moment. In Guyana, Azruddin Mohammed, the man who wants to be president but won't face the media, had no choice today when he emerged after presenting his party's list of candidates. He was left fumbling when grilled by reporters for the very first time. Faced with questions about policies, plans, and even his choice for Prime Minister, Mohammed's answers boiled down to shortly and soon. When asked about the U.S. sanctions hanging over his head and whether he might be extradited before elections, his only answer: God is in charge.
What about your policies, sir? Tell us a bit about some of the policies you hope implement should.
We'll put the policies out there very shortly, in a timely manner. Just be patient. We want to get over with this first.
Okay, how diverse is your list? What are your priority areas, if you can? What are your
priority areas to invest in the people, to uplift the lives of the people. Because every sector in this country is rotten. Every sector.
But yes, sir. How are you going to go about do that? Yeah. Prime Ministerial candidate, who is that?
Very short. September.
You're facing serious accusations by the U.S. government, which led to those sanctions. Right. What can you say to people to convince them that they should still give you their vote? Well,
at the end of the day, most likely everything will be approved here. It's a sovereign.
So do you think those sanctions matter?
The sanctions matter when it comes to my businesses. Mohammed's Enterprise and Hattie's World Incorporated.
Do you think you're putting Ghana at risk?
No, sir.
Mr. Mohammed, your campaign, sir.
Very soon.
How soon will you host a press conference?
Very soon.
Mr. Mohammed, is the sanctions affecting your ability to fund your party?
No, sir.
How are you funding the party?
I still have some of my savings that I'm using to assist my fellow brothers and sisters and for me to survive on. Although the government shut down all my local businesses.
But you're a billionaire, you're not a regular man, so you have a lot to survive on.
Right. Exactly.
But tell me, sir, in terms of these sanctions and even the charge you're currently facing locally, don't you think that could affect you?
No, sir.
Why not?
That cannot affect me.
Mr. Mohammed, you seem short on policy, and these elections, people want to know what's in it for them.
Think so?
But tell us the policies. Are you bluffing your way to the presidency?
Why would I do that?
You tell me.
I want to know what are your policies. I mean, that's important.
What I know, my policies will better anything that the government puts on here.
Are you going to be having a manifesto release soon?
Soon. Very shortly.
Very shortly.
And the people would really appreciate
at least one of the policies you have. Because people
people are concerned.
Based on policy. So why should someone vote for you? A policy, program, initiative, anything.
But you must give us three top things from that manifesto.
Yes,
what are the top 3 areas you're going to look at?
Mr. Mohammed, in terms of Guyana's energy sector, oil and gas, what are your ideas or plans for integration in the wider Caribbean and Latin America in terms of energy security and the growth of the sector?
Sir, very shortly. We have in every single area.
The police is saying that our time is...
Further afield, millions of undocumented immigrants will no longer be eligible for bond hearings in the United States. More in this report.
And sources tell ABC News immigrants who arrive in the U.S. illegally will no longer be eligible for a bond hearing. Under the new policy, migrants can be held in ICE detention indefinitely until their deportation hearings, which can take months or even years. Previously, they could request a bond hearing before an immigration judge. Now the Trump administration is eliminating that process of having to seek release on bond. ABC News Washington, D.C. Bureau Managing Editor Catherine Falders and legal contributor James Sample have more on that story. So, Catherine, just walk us through what's the latest here.
Yeah, well, the latest on this came in an ICE memo that was obtained by ABC News, and it's a major reversal in this policy that is surely to be challenged by the courts. But this new policy, of course, is regarding immigrants who arrive in the country in the U.S. illegally. Now, previously, they were, for the most part, they were able to go to a bond hearing and seek bond pending their detention hearing. Well, this major reversal came in a memo from ICE, from the acting ICE director, Todd Lyons, who says that that the policy of the administration will now be for them to not be able to have bond hearings. And as you mentioned, that those deportation hearings, those can take months or even years. So that means millions of people are unlikely to be entitled to bond hearings. And then, of course, that raises questions about the prison system and the capacity. This is millions of people we're talking about. However, this is most likely, almost certainly, will be challenged in the courts. I can imagine we will see a lot of legal challenges.
A reminder of the headlines right after this. Reminder of the headlines: no fisherman's birthday celebrations in St. George following row between fisherfolk and fish market management. MWAC President Callisto Faria addresses division within local media. Black Adan opts out of local competitions to focus on youth empowerment through groovy music. New medical equipment to be installed at Princess Royal Hospital in Carriacou. Also in the news. Regionally, presidential candidate in Guyana faces media for the very first time following U.S. sanctions. Internationally, millions of undocumented immigrants in the United States will no longer be eligible for bond hearings. Plus, in the sports news, Grenada's Karani James, Anderson Peters, and Lyndon Victor among stars to headline at the World Championships in Tokyo, Japan. We wish them all the best. I'm Kenroy, Baptiste. That's all from us in the GBN newsroom for the moment. Thank you so much for tuning into the broadcast. Good night.